Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to do a highly requested video and it is our Disney tips. So I've been to Disney World a ton of times, but recently just went twice with my family. So about a year ago, I went with my husband and I and our daughter who was 2.5. And then just about a week ago, we went back on a last minute trip to just go to Magic Kingdom for the day. And it was my husband and I, my now 3.5-year-old and my 1.5-year-old. So our trip a year ago was planned by a vacation planner, and she actually gave us a whole bunch of tips. Some of them we found were very helpful, which I'll share with you guys. Some of them weren't very helpful for us just because we only had one child at the time and we only had like a younger kid. So this is kind of tips for families. And then obviously from our own experience, we have some tips that we can share with you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. And some of these are tips for overall Disney World and some of these are just for certain parks. I will say that I have not been to Epcot in a long time. We didn't go this time, we didn't go last time. And so I don't have any specific tips for Epcot or Animal Kingdom. We did go to Animal Kingdom, but I didn't really have any tips for that area. But I do have some for Hollywood Studios and I do have some for Magic Kingdom. And like I said, I have some for all around just Disney World in general. So the very first tip I want to share with you guys is definitely download the My Experience app. It's like My Disney Experience or something like that. That has everything on there. It has the maps of all of the parks, even like the water parks and things like that. And it has your FastPass schedule. It also tells you, like if you're there to see a lot of the characters or the princesses, you can click on the character's face and it'll tell you where they are, at what times. It'll tell you the waits of all of the rides, so you don't have to like walk all the way across the park and then see that the ride is like a 60-minute wait. You can say like, oh, the Winnie the Pooh ride is only a 10-minute wait, let's hurry up and get there, and then you can walk there. So it just has everything on there. It has your hotel reservations, it has your dinner reservations on there. You just kind of make like a username and a password and everything is on there. So I would definitely recommend getting that. So if you've never been to Disney World before, or if you have, you know about the fast passes. Basically a fast pass, you get to bypass the line of a ride or going to visit a character. So there still might be a small line because everyone who has a fast pass for that specific time is going to be coming at that specific time, but it's never really that long of a line. So you want to make sure that you get fast passes. And Disney World, I'm not sure of Disneyland, but I know Disney World has the Magic Band bracelets. And the bracelet is amazing. Basically, the bracelet has your credit card on it, it has your room key on it, it has your tickets on it. So when you go to get in your room, you don't need like a key or anything. You just put your Magic Band up to the door and it lets you in. If you're buying anything at the parks, say you want a drink, you go get your drink, you put it up to the credit card machine, and it pays for your stuff and it goes onto your credit card. It has your dinner reservations on there. It has your fast passes on there. So whenever you're ready to do the fast pass, you go up, or even getting into the parks, you go up and put your little hand on there for the ticket and it gets you in. So I'm not sure if everyone gets the Magic Band, but I'm pretty sure you do, especially if you're staying at a hotel on property, because like I said, that's like your hotel key and stuff. But that's where your fast passes are located, is in your Magic Band. I'm not going to go into everything about the fast passes, but I will say that if you're planning your trip way ahead of time, you can start booking your fast passes 60 days in advance. And I will tell you, the really popular characters like Anna and Elsa, or the really popular rides like Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, those fast passes go very quickly, and then there will not be fast passes for them anymore. So if you don't go 60 days ahead of time online and get your fast passes, you might not be able to get a fast pass for that character or that ride. So if you're really interested in a certain ride or really interested in meeting a character, I definitely recommend going online and booking your fast passes 60 days in advance. Otherwise, You can book them whenever you want. You can book them a week ahead of time or whatever. I think you get like 3 a day, like 3 bookings, so it's like a total of 9 maybe. I can't remember. But once you run out, or once you've used all of your fast passes and you want to get more, there are little kiosks inside of the parks where you can go sign up for more fast passes. I would definitely recommend getting to the parks right when they open. Obviously, if you have a park hopper ticket and you're going from park to park in one day, then obviously you're not going to get to 2 parks right when they open. But if there's something that you want to do, I would definitely recommend getting there on time and right when they open. The lines aren't so long when it first opens. You can get to the rides that you want to get to and not be in so long of a wait. We definitely noticed that in the morning, the waits for the rides were a lot shorter, and then as the day went on, like towards lunchtime, the lines got longer, and then in the evening they even got longer. So I would definitely recommend getting there right when they open. If you have a choice of when to go to the parks, I would definitely recommend going when it is not summertime and all the kids are out of school, because that's when they're the busiest and that's when Florida is the hottest. So the 2 times that we went in the same exact week, and it was the very next week after kids went back to school, like the first week of September, the last week in August. And I would definitely recommend going then, because the lines were only like 10 minutes or 15 minutes long, and lines can get to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours long sometimes. But there's also a little chart online that you can Google and find when Disney World is the busiest and when is a good time to go. I would also recommend to pack your own food if you can. The food there is super expensive. I think like a bottle of water, like a regular size bottle of water, is $3.50. So if you can, pack your own drinks and snacks, or like a peanut butter and jelly or something for lunch. They definitely let you bring in food. If you have like a bag or anything, you have to check your bags. But other than that, you can get in and bring food. Instead of waiting in the lines that they have for food, you can find like a little shady spot and eat your packed lunch. Another tip that I have is to bring your own stroller. Now, Chris and I have done both. We've rented the stroller there, and then we've brought our own stroller. The only reason why I wouldn't suggest renting a stroller is because if you have your own, obviously you can save money. And then also, their strollers are really hard and like they're sitting up straight. So if your child is young and needs to take a nap, there's really no way that they can take a nap in that stroller that they have there. And also, if you do rent a stroller of theirs, they all look the same. So it's really hard to find yours. So I definitely recommend bringing like a ribbon or something to tie around your stroller. So when you leave your stroller to get on a ride, when you come back, you can find it easier because they all look the same. We brought our own stroller. The only thing is like getting on and off the tram to get to Magic Kingdom or the boat. You have to bring your stroller, fold it up, unfold it. That's the only problem with that. But it's nice to have it because your kids don't have to walk to the park, because you can't get the stroller until you get inside the park. So your kids are walking until you get inside. You can have your stroller in the lines and everything. So if you have the chance to drive and park at the parks, I would recommend parking. If you're staying on property, like in any of the resorts in Disney World, they have shuttle services, but we've done both. We've done the shuttle and we've done the parking, and the parking is a lot easier. You do have to park and then ride like a little train to the boat or the monorail and then go from there, instead of just being dropped off at the monorail or the boat. But it's a lot easier than waiting for the shuttle, riding the shuttle. Sometimes the shuttle has to go to different places, so it takes a longer time to get back to your room. So I would definitely recommend parking if you could. Our resort, we stayed at the All-Star Sports this last time, or one of the All-Star resorts, and they gave us a free parking ticket. So I think, I'm not sure how much parking costs, but your resort probably will give you like a free pass. I would definitely recommend taking the monorail over the boat. So this is to go to Magic Kingdom specifically. You can either take the monorail or you can take a boat ride. The boat ride takes a lot longer, but if you want to ride a boat, go ahead and do that. The monorail might have a longer line. I'm not quite sure. Obviously they can fit a lot more people on a boat at once. We've done both, like I said, and the monorail was a lot faster and it was air conditioning. If you can, and if you're not too grossed out, I would definitely use the water fountains in the park. You can bring your water bottle, or you can buy one water for $3.50, and then from then on just fill it up in the water fountains, because $3.50 for a bottle of water is a lot. And if you're not bringing your own in a cooler like I suggested, you definitely need to drink a lot of water when you're there, because it is hot and you're walking around. Buying loads and loads of bottled water for $3.50 can add up. So I would use the fountain, or you can also ask for ice at any of the little kiosks and you can get free ice. You don't have to pay for ice. So you can just get ice in a cup and then have it melt and drink water that way. But you kind of have to get a lot of ice to do that. But that's kind of like another little tip that you can do to get some free water. So this is specifically to Magic Kingdom as well. The Dumbo ride, which is a fun little ride for kids, has an indoor playground that's air conditioning in the actual line. So when we went, the Dumbo ride didn't have a very long of a wait at all, so we didn't play on the playground. But if you're waiting in line for a really long time, because that's a popular ride, you can stop and play at the playground. I'm pretty sure you lose your spot in line if you stop to play, but you're like halfway through the line at that point. But if you want to take a little break, even eat your lunch in there. It's air conditioning, like I said, and it's a cute little playground for kids. Also, the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground in Hollywood Studios. That's just another place to take a little break, is the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's really fun. There's like slides and stuff like that. And I think they have like fans maybe. I don't think, it's not indoors, but it's just a nice shaded area to take a little break. So I definitely recommend packing a change of clothes and or a poncho. The ponchos there are very expensive, so I definitely recommend bringing your own. And then a change of clothes, because there's lots of water rides. Even the rides that aren't necessarily water rides, you can still get wet on. And obviously if you have a baby and they have a blowout or something, just definitely bring a change of clothes. So if you're staying on property at one of the resorts, a perk that you have is if you buy something at a store, they can send it, ship it to your room. Obviously if you're buying it on the last day, I think they say like 2 days to get to your room, so you can't get it like the day before you leave. But if you buy something and it's really big and you don't want to lug it around the rest of the day, that store can send it to your hotel room, which is really cool. I would definitely recommend buying princess dresses somewhere else. The princess dresses there are super expensive. We get our princess dresses at Costco, or even Amazon has some cheap ones. The very last thing I have is to let your child watch some Disney videos on YouTube. We had Jane watch lots of princess movies and princess videos, or even other kids going to Disney World, and that got her really excited. And there was things that she recognized from the videos and things that she talked about from the videos, and so it got her really excited even before we got there, and it kind of just had her familiar with what was going on. And even the second time we went, just a week ago, we had her watch some more videos, and we had her watch our videos from last time we went to kind of like refresh her on where we were going and what we were gonna do. But that is it for our Disney tips. Leave in the comments if you guys have any more tips. That way if anybody's watching this, they can go down in the comments and get some more tips. And if you're going to Disney World, I hope you have such a fun time. We love it there. We cannot wait to go back. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.